Please.
Yeah, my topic was Urmia Lake, and it's just a general study because mm, uh, the problem of Urmia Lake is a national problem and a national and semi-international problem in Iran. And there is a substantial body of literature about this topic. You can find easily on Science Direct or Google Scholars or also Google and also Wikipedia. First of all, I try to talk about the location and history of this lake. This lake is located in northwest of Iran. Once a time it was the largest saltwater lake on the earth, with around 5,200 kilometers square area. It has about 102 islands, and it's kind of national park for Iran. Also, in that, this lake is a very historical lake in Iran, and they found some artifacts in that area, which is related to 7,000 before Christian. And the other thing is that it's better to say it's one of the places that everyone should see before die, because it's very beautiful, and a lot of tourists from foreign countries go there. Although there is a lot of problem to reach this area because you should go there just by car or personal cars, or also some places needs road up. I forgot the name. SUVs, like SUV cars or off-road cars. Off-road cars. You should use off-road cars for some areas because it's very beautiful. So this is what's happened to lake from 1996 to now. Every year we have a decrease in the height of the lake, and this is around 2016. This picture. There is a lot of problems that that cause this decrease in the height. Problems was first of all, we have a periodic drought in Iran. So every 10 years, because of changing of the world climate, every 10 years we have increasing the rate of evaporation of this lake, but it was natural, and now it's very fast. The other thing is agriculture and irrigation. This agriculture and irrigation makes a lot of problem also in different parts of Iran. For example, we have research shows that recently they found some irrigation methods that related to something about 2,000 years ago. They use water like some people in 2,000 years ago used these waters. The other thing is dams. There's a lot of dams on the rivers going inside this lake, and the most important thing that make the problem worse is the roadway. There is a roadway on this lake. It's about 15 kilometers, and just with the opening, just 1.2 kilometers, which disturb the cycle of water in this lake. And as analysis show, like every problem in the world, 90% of the problems are related to human. So human cause these problems. The effects of these problems cause extinction of Artemia is it's kind of cross oceans. It's kind of uh, mm, this cross ocean is very good for growing the fishes and different aquatic animals. And the other thing is weather conditions. The difference between the summer and the spring temperature increased dramatically. It's about 20 degrees in this area, 20 degrees of centigrade. It's too much for a specific area to live with this condition. The other thing is southeast storms. Southeast storms, as you can imagine, is very dangerous for living. And the proposed solutions, there is, as we can know, everywhere we have some solutions like water and groundwater management and avoids building dams. But this is too late for this Urmia lake, so the government tried to have a new solution, which is bringing the water from Caspian Sea or Aras River. And these two is very, it's kind of very big project because Urmia lake is about 1,200 meters above the Caspian Sea and also Aras River, but they start to making the researches about building this canal. I don't know if it's usual. Professor, I think knows better than me, but this is the kind of functional solution that they start to do it. And these are the references. Thank you.
Okay. I have, first of all, that's fine, and it's also related to the subject of the next lecture. The next lecture, which is already available on my website, will focus on human impact and how to detect the human impact. So this is appropriate. I have two questions first, and then I give the word to you. But mine are very quick. You said that it's the largest salt lake on the earth.
Yes.
But and the Dead Sea, what about the Dead Sea? The Dead Sea is considered not a lake, probably.
Which one?
The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea? No, it's not a lake. It's,
yeah, but because I think in principle it is a lake because the Dead Sea doesn't have any outflow. But But anyway, probably the Dead Sea is not considered as a lake. And the second thing, I didn't understand what is Artemia.
Artemia is kind of, how to say, it's kind of aquatic. It's very, I mean, it's better to say very little animal. It's kind of crustaceans. So this little animal is good for feeding the fishes to grow and
And this little animal is disappearing probably.
It's,
okay.
It's extinction.
And then you asked my opinion. You said that the design of the canal to bring water from the Caspian Sea and the elevation difference is 1,200.
Yes.
Yeah, I think. And what is the distance? The horizontal distance?
The distance, I think it's about. I didn't read that, but I think it's about 800.
800.
Yeah. 800.
I don't think of any. I don't know of anything that is. Higher order of magnitude than this, because it is usual that we bring water upstream. For instance, even in this region, but usually I know projects bringing water upstream 100 meters, and 1,200 it's a lot. And also 800 kilometers is enormous. It's like Italy, it's the length of Italy. And so I don't know of anything about that. And there are mountains in between, or so you have to cross mountains.
Yeah.
So probably they are thinking of a tunnel, maybe tunnels.
Actually, this. if I want to talk about it, it's kind of a lot of problems behind that. But the government doesn't give the data, exact data about it, because some students and some researchers from Iranian researchers in America start to research about this problem, but they don't have enough data about this problem, and government doesn't give them this data. So this is the only solution that I don't know how they got this solution, but
but it's sensible. I mean, if you bring salt water, it's fine. I think it is more, fresh water. It's from a river. I think it is more challenging. But just on the basis of what I can understand from here, so it's. This is a similar story with respect to the Aral Sea. The Aral Sea, if you look on Wikipedia, it has been a similar fate. Questions from you? Yeah?
I have a question for you.
For me,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it possible to take water from a lake, it's a lake?
it's Caspian Sea.
From the sea that is, for everyone, and bring it...
Desalinated, you mean? So, because from the sea, it's salt water. So basically, it's not useful for anything if you don't desalinate it. In this case, they don't need desalination because the lake is salt.
No, other states are okay with this, or they can say something, or it's okay.
No.
But I don't know.
Okay, if you take water from a lake, usually it's not okay. Meaning that if you are in the same country, it's simpler, but still you have to ask permission and to the government. If there are several countries involved, it's an international problem. It requires an international treaty. And it is known as one of the most challenging situations in water resources management. When you talk about international water, it's a problem because there are different regulations. And usually when you get water from the sea, it's not. When you get salt water, no problem. No, because you don't decrease the sea level with that.
You don't have to get the permission?
Yeah, you have to get permission, but usually it's not a problem to reach an agreement between countries. And also if the amount of water is reduced, I'm not expert, maybe that you don't have also to ask any permission, because there are several desalination plants, for instance in Australia, and I don't think they asked permission to the United Nations. I don't think so. I think that they just take it. But you have to consider that when you need to desalinate water to use it, and if you desalinate it, the flow that you get is very, very small. Because desalination is an option for the future, but the problem is that it's very costly, and it takes a lot of energy. So up to now, it's not considered a good solution for the global water challenge. But if you get a lot of water, like in this case, maybe that they plan to get a lot of it, I'm not sure what is the bureaucracy, let's say, but there is not an extended literature for salt water, but I don't think it would be a problem. Yeah?
It's a question that is related to this speech, but they are interested in refilling the lake because there are facilities that uses the water, and if yes, how you have to desalinate the water and then use, or you can use the salty water, or it's just like natural reasons.
No, they want to refill this lake because this lake is very, it's very beneficial for our country. But, and also these salts can be very dangerous for that area because a lot of people live there. And the two major cities, on the right, Tabriz, and on the left is Urmia. These two are somehow have big industries in themselves, and we have a lot of exports there. So we, filling this lake is somehow beneficial and also also it's like a historical thing for us. So that's why they try to refill it. Yeah.
He also mentioned before the problem of reduced evaporation, which implies local climate change. And he mentioned the salt storms, and this is a problem. So when you have a lake like this, or the Aral Sea decreasing level, you get salt exposed, and if wind comes, you have salt storms for the agriculture. Is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we have this problem in different part of our country. This drought causes a lot of sandstorms, and also this can be another problem for us. Salt storms. This solving the sandstorms was very hard, and I think we need 10 years, other 10 years to solve it completely. But this can be a new problem for us. I mean, the salt storms. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question related to the dams, because you told us about dams, but I don't understand. Dams are located in the rivers, I don't know where,
Yeah.
which feed the lake.
Yeah. There is 60 rivers feeding the lake, and so they try to make a lot of dams on them. Because of it's a historical, it is a historical area. A lot of people do this without any permission from government. So because their ancestors' lands, and they thought that they don't need any permission or something like this. They start to make dams themselves legal to biggest one, and somehow these biggers are also have a lot of problems. For example, in one of the dams, the researchers was about if I want to say, for example, the researchers showed that we need dam in this area, but after they built the dams, they built it 15 kilometers after that area. So this caused a big problem for them, and this drought, and this is a usual problem in Iran, because lack of researchers and lack of respecting the government decisions.
Yeah. Basically, you build a dam and you use water for irrigation or whatever, and it turns into evaporation. So basically, as I said, you stop the hydrological cycle, and you don't lose water. Water is used for providing social benefit, but you get degradation of water to the final receptor. And this is a widespread problem. In the United States, the Colorado River, they closed the gauging station at the closure of the river at the entrance in the sea in 1972, because since then, they didn't get any more water. The Colorado River doesn't reach the ocean anymore. And this is, and also the Yellow River in China, similar situation, etc. Any other question? Okay, I think this was interesting. Good, very good, thank you. And would you mind, I